Dear beloved followers and co-governors, here is the summary of Mikel Arteta's press conference this afternoon ahead of our Sunday match at Etihad Stadium against Man City. Mikel Arteta was asked on how Madueke is after coming off on Wednesday. He said, "Well, we have another training section tomorrow. He didn't look that bad after the game, and he is quite positive. He is a player who pushes through pain, so I'm hopeful that he can be available, but we have to wait and see if he is able to train tomorrow," he said. On if there is a problem on the right side, if Saka is also out, he said, "We will have a solution. So whatever happens, we are so used to this season. Unfortunately, for various reasons, so whatever happens, we will have the right solution there." Mikel Arteta was also asked on the availability of Odegaard, Timber and Calafiori. He said, "We will train again. Some players are quite close, but the turnaround is short, so we will train tomorrow to push everybody. And if they are in good condition, they will be part of us. And if not, they won't. They haven't been in this last few weeks, unfortunately." He was asked on if they have not been ruled out. He said, "Bukayo Saka is out. That is for sure. The rest, let's see." Arteta was also asked on reaching the semi-finals of the Champions League. In his response, he said, "It was a great night. It really gave us a boost because to be part of those top best European clubs is a big thing, and we haven't been there that often. So we really value that. We give a huge credit to the players for what they have done, and they have to use that fuel, that energy that they gave us for Sunday for the big game that we have to play." On reports of fire as a method in training, he said, "Every game we use different teams to try to prepare the game in the best possible way. And that depends on what we do. The best ones are the players' initiatives. That's the ones I love the most." He was also asked on the importance of this game against Man City. He said it's certainly the most important one because it is the next one. We have earned the right to be in this position, to be challenging and with the possibility to win and the opportunity to win on Sunday, arguably against the best team and the best manager that this league has ever seen. That is a huge privilege, and we cannot wait to play the game. We are going to prepare the game to win it. That's for sure. And we see that as a big opportunity for us. He was also asked on if a draw would be a good result. He said, "We are not going to spend 1 second talking about that. We prepare every game to win. That's where we are, and we are going to continue to do the same." On if the biggest opponent is City or ourselves, he said, "Our team has to give us every tool, every element that we need to go and win it. We will have a very, very strong opponent. We know that in front of us. We have been doing it for 9 months in every contest. We have played a lot of games against them, and we know what we have to do." He was also asked on how confident we are that Max Dorman is ready for the occasion. He said he will be ready, "I'm sure. You throw him in any contest, this kid, you know what he's going to be delivering. And he's shown that this season and in whatever games that we used him." Mikel Arteta was also asked on who is under more pressure between ourselves and Man City. In his response, he said, "Who is more privileged to be in this position?" I think that is the question. Of course, we all know how diplomatic Mikel Arteta can be while, answering questions, during his press conference. Now, On who is more privileged to be in this position, Mikel Arteta said, I don't know. I feel very privileged. So I don't know how Pep Guardiola or Man City are feeling. I feel very privileged to have earned the right to be in this position to play such a big and great game. He was also asked on going into a game of this magnitude with some players out injured. He said, we have to cope with that all season. And if you look back at the stages and the players that we have missed for big periods and where we are, it is not normal where we are, but we have coped with that because of our mentality and the solutions that we find, the way the players have stepped up in this moment, and we are where we are. We are still very strong and we will remain the same way. On what we have learned from the Carabao Cup final against City, he said they have done it in the past. There are some moments when we struggled, we didn't make the right decisions. Sometimes we broke that press and then we didn't take advantage of that. Every tactic has its issues and its opportunities as well. And in relation to what they do, we will adapt and do the same. On players deciding Declan Rice should be captain recently, he said, there is a captain, a vice captain, and then three or four, and the votes are very small. At the end, they have to decide who is the best person to represent us. It can be the moment, the longevity that they have been at the club, and they decided it was Declan. So great on how relevant the Carabao Cup final is to this weekend. In his response, he said, for us now, learn from that game and the things we want to change for the next one and the pain that we felt afterwards in the right way on Sunday. He was also asked on if there will be fireworks and rivalry this weekend. He said, it's obviously an extremely competitive match against top sides that are looking to win the Premier League. It doesn't get better than that. The competition for sure is going to be on the pitch. And finally, Mikel Arteta was asked on making a major step in the right direction if we win. He said, if we win, we are going to be closer. That is for sure. And that is why we want to win the game on Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the summary of what our coach, Mikel Arteta, said ahead of our match on Sunday against Man City, a match that will decide who is going to win the Premier League, Man City or Arsenal. This is all he said, the summary of what he responded as they asked him all these questions ahead of that match. Let us know what you think in the comment section about our coach response ahead of that match. Share your opinion and kindly help us share this video and stay tuned for more updates.